Good night, I am Ventura. I am a student for the third year in high intermediate level. I try to explain this video some social research that take an interesting relation with psychology and the grades for the students. The research is the title of the research is How Motivation Affects Academic Performance, a structural equation modeling in analysis. Okay, in this research, we can try to understand the relation with the autonomous motivation and the controlled motivation with the grades for students, for medical students in the University Medical Center in Amsterdam. And in this research was participate 383 students for this school, and they answered a survey, and the researcher tried to create a statistic analysis, and they give us a conclusion, some interesting conclusion. Okay, in this study was participate 383 medical students, and they answer some interview that try to identify the autonomous motivation or self-determined, and a controller motivation. Try to understand how they were motivated for study, and compare these things with their grades. And in this research, they use some questions in the survey to identify these things, a personal information or information for how can they study, how can they motivate themselves. And next to this, they using statistics software to create a model and to understand the relation, the numeric and the statistic relation with that. And they using different kind of tests, the statistic test, as a chi-square, and regression analysis, and a probabilistic statistic analysis, and then they can identify the autonomous motivation have a positive relation with the grades for the students, and the quality of motivation is very important to determine the good performers in the medical students, in this group of medical students. And they conclude in this research that the autonomous motivation affect the academic performance for the students and have a big relation with the grades for the students. And we can think this is obvious conclusion, but it's very important to understand for us, for students, and we can need to understand that our self-motivation is very important and impact in our results as students, and this research can this research gives us a scientific information that support this. Not is only thinking, oh, if you have a good autonomy motivation, you have good grades, and in this kind of research, we can have a scientific support for this idea. And this is a summary of the research, and I consider is the most important information, and I try to synthesize. I try to give you a good summary. Thank you for your attention.